So question 18, this is the final question on the intermediate paper, is we've got a diagram here of a triangle, a rectangle and another triangle, okay, or what I assume to be a rectangle, it may be a square, and they're asking us for length AD, okay, so we're looking for this length here, A to D is this length here. So I've got a diagram drawn here, and we're looking for length AD. So it's this length here. I'm going to label this Y because we've already got an X in place. Okay. So to do this, you're going to have to do trigonometry. So I would write down SOHCAHTOA straight away. Okay. And we're working from this angle here on this. We've just got a basic triangle here, basic right angle triangle. So I'd label what I know, OAH. So from this angle, I'm looking for the opposite, which is Y, and I know the hypotenuse, okay, because this is the right angle here. So this is going to be the hypotenuse. So I know the hypotenuse is 16. Okay, so I got O and H. So O and H means I'm using so. So I'll write down the equation now. So I've got sine and then the angle 56 equals the opposite over the hypotenuse. So Y over 16. Okay. Now I'm looking for Y. That's this length here. So that means I've got to get rid of the divide by 16. So I'm just going to times this side by 16. I'm going to do 16 times sine 56 equals Y. And if I plug that into the calculator, I'll do 16 times sine 56. I think it's good practice just to close the brackets. I think we'll get the answer if you don't close the brackets, but I think it's just good practice to make sure you do close the brackets after the angle. And that is 13.2646. So Y equals 13.2646. They haven't asked for like 2 decimal places or 1 decimal place, but I always like to do it to 1 decimal place anyway. So 13.31 dp. So part B of this question, I was looking for angle X. So if I show you the diagram, it's this angle here, okay? And I've got a right angle triangle, just here. And I know this is 15, so obviously this is 15. I don't think it's plausible for me to work this out, this length from D to E, but I could work out from C to E, because I now know this length, because I worked that out here, is AD. Okay, so if I subtract 23 and this length here, which is 13 I'll get the answer now, 13.2646016, okay, I'll get this length, and I can use that to find the answer. It's important that I don't round too early. I can't put 13.3 in, because if I do, my answer for the angle using trigonometry will give me a slightly rounded answer, which won't be perfectly correct, and I may lose marks for that, okay? So I'm going to work this length out first. And that's going to be, I'm going to keep the number up here. It's going to be 23 minus that number just now. 9 point, so the length on the diagram is EC. So I'm just going to write down here, EC equals, and then it's 9.7353988939. So that's EC, and I know that on here D to C is 15. So D to C equals 15. So if I think about now my rectangle triangle, I know that this is 15, and I know this length here is 9.7, so on and so forth. I'm going to use the full number in the question. So I'm going to use trigonometry again to find the angle. So I'll write out what I know. I'm going to write down SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA. So it's OAH h. So on the diagram, I know the adjacent because it's in between the angle and the right angle. So the adjacent is 15. And then the opposite is, because the opposite the angle is 9.7 something something something. So I'm going to write that in. I'm going to write the full number in. 9.7353988339. So I've got the O and A, which means I'm going to be using TOA. Okay, so I'm going to circle TOA. So it's going to be tan and angle x, because that's what I'm looking for, equals opposite over adjacent. And now to get x on its own, I'm going to do x equals the opposite of tan, or inverse of tan, which on the calculator, it should be just above the tan button. If you can focus it clearly. Tan minus 1, or tan to the power of minus 1. Okay, you just press shift and tan. It's going to be tan to the power of minus 1 over opposite over adjacent. Okay, so when you're calculating, we'll write that in. I'm not going to write O and A in. I'm actually going to write down the numbers in. So here I've got shift tan, and I'm going to make a fraction because I've got O over A. So the opposite was 9.735398839 all over 15. I'm going to close the bracket for good practice, and I should get my angle 32.99. So I'm going to put, I'll write it down here somewhere a bit further away. X equals 32.98 or 33 degrees nearest degree.